Target for a new striker is Viktor Gyökeres. OK. Doesn't take much, does it?
Tough job that, wasn't it?
Yeah, him. Yeah. But that's great news, isn't it? If you're an Arsenal fan, suddenly someone coming in saying, oh, I think we need to bring in a striker. Would that be a good choice if they could get that deal done?
Yeah, I think it would be. Depends on the price. I think it always depends on the value of a player and what you can get him in for. But I think what you've seen with him is that he's improved year upon year and there's been a progression within his game. I know he scored a lot of goals for Sporting, but I do still feel that there's a huge step up back into the Premier League to be able to do that. You're also a club who will be fighting. Hopefully, they'll be hoping for a Premier League title next year, so there's bigger responsibility on your shoulders to be able to do that. But it depends on the price tag. I think that's the big question with them. I think Arsenal fans will be also saying, well, why not Isak? Why not go in for him?
OK, in an ideal world, if they're both valued at the same money,
Isak all day.
You go for Isak.
Yeah. Newcastle fans will hate even talking about this because they'll desperately want to keep hold of him, won't they?
So
but I just think
you're not going to Newcastle for your summer holiday now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. But I think, just because you know what he can do in the Premier League, you know what he's capable of, that consistency of performance there. He is the all-round striker. Like Stephen said, Gyökeres has obviously showed his development and his progression. But clearly, that's exactly what a sporting director will do straight away. Will come in and go, well, we need attacking reinforcements, and that number 9 position has to be the priority. So
we can sit here now and say Isak, but you're saying that purely, like as Sue says, off the back of the leagues that they're playing in. In a year's time, we could sit here and go, how wrong were we?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with football is that you don't know how someone's going to adapt. Yes, he's played in England before, so he knows the culture, he knows he can live in the country. That's not an issue. It's then how do you adapt to that pressure of playing in the Premier League? I think one thing that Isak's done is that he shoulders a lot of responsibility at Newcastle. He's shown he can take that on his shoulders. Whereas Gyökeres, yes, it's exporting. There is a big sort of clamour for league titles out there, but is it as competitive as the Premier League? Probably not in that respect.
Because we have seen strikers come in paying in the Portuguese league, haven't we?
Yeah.
Stephen, who've looked wonderful and amazing and then frustrate you on a weekly basis.
Evan Nielsen.
I was thinking of an...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. No, it's true. And that's the thing, though. That's where I look at Darwin Núñez and you think of how he's suffered and how he struggled coming into the Premier League. A lot of expectation on his shoulders, big price tag. They're the things that you've then got to live up to. And if you don't score for a couple of games, you get away with that in different leagues, in smaller teams. But at Liverpool, at Arsenal, you don't get that opportunity. If you look at Højlund now at Manchester United, people are wondering why he's not scoring goals. And there's a lot of questions asked. So it's one of those. Is he the right fit for Arsenal? Probably, but that's on